Hello, Darthvegan here, back with another episode of Kerbal Space Program Season 5. Getting a little low on the fundage, down to 91,000 funds because of all the comsats I've been sending up that have not generated any additional income. So we need to make sure we do some contracts. And so we have 2 right now. We can get up to 7. One is to build an orbital station, which shouldn't be too bad. We just need to get quarters for 5 Kerbals up there, which is going to be a lot of cockpits. And then a moon flyby, which I think we should be able to do now that we have our comsats in place. Let's see what else we have around and explore the moon, it says. Fly by the moon, gather scientific data from the moon, return Kerbal from a flyby of the moon. All right. Simply head to the moon, pass by it, easy as pie. Now sign this waiver. I think we can do that. Field research. Perform experiments around the KSC. What? Again? This is easy money. Yeah. We can do this as well. Awesome. Tundra. Do a mystery goo in the upper atmosphere. Alright, I want to make sure I do that whenever I launch my probe but I have to recover it. Alright, well, we'll still take it. Got some part testing. I'm not going to do any of those right now. Rover missions, rover deployment on Minmus, no thanks. SETI, we still have the moon flyby. Manned Kerbin orbital docking. We need that to do our station, so I'm going to go ahead and take that as well. And our stations, build a new orbital station around Kerbin and the moon. So, yeah, pretty much the same ones as always. Got lots of surveys around Kerbin. No thanks. Got some more tourism ones, though. Got to send them over different sites. And we can take 1 tourist in low Kerbin orbit, above 75,000. I might go ahead and take that one as well. Alright, so it never expires, so that's good. And yeah, alright. So we've got all 7 of our contracts. What we're going to do next, we're going to do our moon flyby. I think we will continue to use the Merlin. The Merlin has plenty of oomph for what it needs. We are going to modify the quote-unquote probe that we have on top. So let's go ahead and jump into the vehicle assembly building and check it out. Alright, so this is the Merlin Mark IV, and it's got plenty of Delta V to get to the moon, even back, to tell you the truth. I want to look at the mission for the moon flyby. It just says any science in low in space, and then they explore the moon. Says gather science. Doesn't say what it needs to be. Alright, so right now we have this small satellite in place on top of the Merlin here. I think we might go ahead and add, I'm going to go ahead and delete this fairing for now because we're going to change it up just a little bit. The Merlin Mark IV is the launch. The Merlin itself is the launch vehicle. Alright. So this is going to be a probe. This is going to be taking this probe to the moon and back. We need some mystery goo on this thing. And I need it to be on this part of the probe because this is what's going to be recovered, hopefully. So let's go ahead and put... Oh, we got the Science Junior as well. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Alright, so let's put the Science Junior on here. Oh, it's huge. I forget how huge this thing is. Alright. Science Junior is on there. I wish that was rotated around. That's better. And then that will do a radial Science Junior. Oh, it's still huge though. Okay, that's fine. We got the press mat up here. We need some mystery goo. Mystery goo. Let's put them on each side of this guy. There we go. Oh, hi. That's not what I expected. Okay, well. Never is it? No, never is. Okay, so let's just pop a couple of you guys right there. Okay. And then I would love to put a little bit of an engine on this guy. That's what I would love to do. so let's do that. He's just going to have a little bit of fuel and a little tiny rocket like an ant. I mean, this is really just for, I mean, tiny bit of maneuverability, because I'm going to put him in the orbit of the moon, and he's going to stay there as kind of a little comsat. But we just need to make sure that we can kind of get him around a little bit. He's got 650 delta V. That's not a lot, but I think it'll be fine. Alright, so we still should have plenty of delta V as far as that goes. Let's build the fairing back up. This will decrease our delta V a little bit, but I think we'll still be fine. Alright. I think we'll still be fine. This is the Merlin. We'll call it the Mark V. Although it really hasn't changed in the launcher at all. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and save that. And then I'm going to take the Merlin here and drop it into a sub-assembly. Yes, because it's a pretty useful little thing for now. This is the Merlin launcher. Mark V, we'll call it. It's really the Mark IV launcher, so we'll continue keep that on there. Alright. So this just is good for little satellites and things like that to get us where we need to go. Alright, so this should get us 2 of our missions, maybe 3, because when we are flying high, I might be able to get this mystery goo going, depending on if we get this fairing off in time. And it has to be recovered, so we'll have to recover this thing. And I think that will be fine. And so let's go ahead and that should be fine. And get ready for launch. Just make sure none of my other stuff got messed up. It did not. Alright, so we're going to do a moon flyby mission. Oh yeah. I'm excited. Alright, we are ready for launch in 3, 2, 1, liftoff. And we're up. Okay, let's do this thing. Alright, so we're flying high now. I'm going to go ahead and deploy this, and we're going to try to get our mystery goo, blink, while flying high. Keep that, and that should mark that complete. Yes, we just have to recover it in order to finish that mission, so that's good. Alright, so let's get ready to do our orbital insertion burn here in just a few moments. Let's go ahead and expand everything. And I'll see you guys in orbit. Alright, we are now in orbit. That is good. And so now we need to plot a course. I could go ahead and get some Science Junior from here, but I think we're going to get that from the moon flyby, because we'll get more science from that. So, alright, so let's take a look at the moon. Normally, what you want to do is you want to, if you don't have maneuver nodes, you want to wait till your rotation of your ship in relation to the moon and Kerbin is such that the moon is cresting over this horizon of Kerbin. And then if you do a prograde burn at that point until you get your apoapsis in conjunction with the moon's orbit, you will have an encounter. But since we go ahead and we have maneuver nodes, I can go ahead and set this as my target, and we can go ahead and set a burn manually, so, or with maneuver nodes instead of doing it manually. So let's do that. Let's get it down here, and let's see if we can get a nice intersection with the moon here. Man, I'm not drunk. What is happening right now? Why is it not showing me? Alright, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it manually. Screw that maneuver node. I don't even know what's happening. Screw you, buddy. Wow, I totally screwed that up too. Alright, we're just going to burn retrograde from here until we get to an intersection with the moon. Because apparently I don't know how to use maneuver nodes. Or they're not functioning as I would expect them to. The problem is I can't tell if it's a low intersection or a high intersection because it's not showing me the sphere of influence changing to the moon. That's the problem. That's the problem I'm having. Is that something new with one of the mods that I have installed? I don't know. I don't like it. I know that. I can tell you that much right now. Don't like it a bit. Don't like it a bit. This is definitely going to be a flyby and not a orbit of the moon. There we go. Now it's working. Weird. Why was the maneuver node not doing that? I don't know. Okay, so what is considered a low orbit? But well, what do I have to be below? Definitely not 489,000. I know that. Definitely not below that. So let's set just a small maneuver node here and see if we can adjust. Oh, my control's locked. Are you serious right now? There we go. Alright. Oh, the joys of RemoteTech. Okay. Let's see if we can just dial this in just a little. Is that going to be low enough? What's considered low? 56,000? That's surely low. Low orbit. Let's try that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do this burn. Simple little 2.6 meter burn to get us a little bit closer to the moon. I don't know if my little satellite will have enough to establish an orbit of the moon. I don't think it will, but we'll see. We'll go ahead and eject it once we get up there. Okay, awesome. Now we just have to fly to the moon. So the first vessel to leave Kerbin's sphere of influence is underway. We're going to go ahead and rename this vessel. We're going to call it the Lunar Merlin MK5. Just going to call it the Lunar Merlin. And it's going to try to stay, it's going to try to live up there with the old moon here. So let's take a look and watch it in its trajectory as it flies. Actually, I'd rather watch it from here. Much more beautiful. Let's add a maneuver node up here so we're not being too dumb. Okay. How much is that going to take to get us into orbit, by the way? That's going to take 158. That's not bad. I bet the satellite can do that. I bet the satellite can do that. Okay. And so, here we go. And we don't have a connection, so that concerns me. That concerns me. Hold on. Let's slow our roll here. This guy here is the who? Who is this guy? Epsilon. Epsilon, I want to switch to you right quick. I think we need to make all these guys active. Their second. Oh yeah, he's doing this weird thing. Let's make that the active vessel. Okay. No, active vessel, buddy. And then we need to do the same thing with these other guys. One antenna pointing at mission control, the other one at active vessel. No connection. Oh man. What can I do to get a connection with this guy? I should be in range. Maybe I have to turn on his target to... Yeah, shoot. Well, I'm gonna get some flyby, but I won't be able to get the science. The satellites are all turned on, but they're not targeting anything. That was a fatal flaw of mine. Can I directly target our buddy? At the moon. Target not in range. Antenna range 20. Current distance 45. Oh, darn. Yes, that's Minmus. Oh yeah, he's in range. Okay, alright, cool. Does that mean he's got a contact? No. Why does he not have contact? He's in range. I don't understand RemoteTech, I guess. I mean, he's in range. What's the problem? Alright, well, I'm getting some stuff. Any closer on the big paperwork? Explore the moon. Well, we got that mission. Got the first flyby of the moon. Escape the gravitational influence of Kerbin. So it's not a total bust, but we're not going to be able to get that one mission where we're supposed to get science from the flyby of the moon, because we don't have a connection to the moon. I mean, don't have radio connection to transmit the data. Okay, now we can't do our... Yeah. Can't do our maneuver node because don't have a connection. All is not lost. All is not lost. Let me go ahead and delete that. We're going to swing back around until we get into orbit of Kerbin, which we will. And we're going to try it again. We're going to try a second flyby. Unless that shot us off into space, which I don't think it did. Wow. Okay, we're actually going to have another encounter with the moon. And then, yeah, it is going to shoot us out into space. We're too close. Too close to the moon. And, so, yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. So we're going to go way out. And then we're going to pop back in. Maybe even hit the moon. I'm not sure. We're going to swing back around. Here comes the moon. Here we go. Let's see what happens. And we're going to hit the moon. I see the moon. The moon sees me. God bless the moon. God bless me. We blew the moon up. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Nice explosions, bro. Okay. Wow. Well. Another first milestone. We escaped the gravitational influence of the moon. Ooh, fancy. Alright, so, well, that did not end like I expected. We still have, oops, don't want that. I want this. We still have this moon flyby we have to do. Low in space, by the moon, recover or transmit the science. And we still have to return to Kerbin from a flyby of the moon. So we still have both of those missions we have to do. First one, not so successful. I think this time if I turn on my antennas and point them to Kerbin, I think we'll be alright. That's what I'm hoping. Ready for launch. Second launch at the quest for the moon. In 3, 2, 1, initiate. Unfortunately, I made a mistake. and I detached the lower stage before I used up all the fuel, and now I had to use up a lot of our precious fuel to get us into orbit. So, what is that going to mean for a return from the moon? I'm not sure. But we're going to try to do the maneuver node like I would normally do, and see if it will actually behave like I would expect it to behave. Maybe it's because I have the lowest level of mission control and tracking station. I don't know. No, it's working correctly now, so I don't know what the problem was a while ago. That was weird. That was weird. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and focus the view on the moon here, and we're going to maneuver so that we can get a low lunar orbit. I don't know what low over the moon is. Is it 100? Less than 100? Oh, we'll try 90. I think that's probably going to be fine. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and set that to burn in 2 minutes. I could just go ahead and say, execute that node, please. Right? Yeah. Make it happen, number one. So we'll let our computer do the burn. Let's see what happens. Let's see how they do. All systems nominal. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. Alright, there he goes. He is performing the maneuver. I may have to plan the maneuver to orbit this thing around the moon as well. I need to transmit or recover the science in order for it to count. Well, we need to recover we need to recover this mission for the flyby to be complete. So we do need to return to Kerbin. If it didn't have to be a low flyby, then we could do a much higher orbit and then we wouldn't eject out into space. But gotta go by the parameters of the mission here. Should only take around 200 delta V to get us into orbit, I think. So it should be fine. I'm all nervous. I keep forgetting the computer's doing it. Alright, yep, there we go. Alright, so now we are going to add a maneuver node here. And I'm going to tell it to get into orbit of the moon. That's 112 delta V. Alright, so we could tell it to go ahead and do that. Even if I don't have a connection, it should do it, right? And then I can try to establish a connection. I'm going to tell it to do it. Yep. Tell it to do my maneuver node. Alright, here we go. We're flying out. Still got a connection. Still got a connection. We're getting away from Kerbin though, so... Yeah, 5 hours and 32 minutes until we get to our lunar maneuver node. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what happens. Still have a connection, so that's good news. I think it's just I didn't have my antenna set up last time, which screwed me. Screwed me. Okay, so we should get science low over the moon and low in space over the moon. Okay, I don't know what counts as low in space over the moon. Here we go. I'm in space high right now. Let's just watch our altitude and see when we get in space low. Still high. Still high. Still high. Still high. Wow. What the heck is low? I was hoping it was... Okay, well. Are you gonna do this, Burn? Yeah, he is. Okay, we're still high, unfortunately. In space high over the moon. So, I may have to see if we can get that satellite lower. I don't want to use up all my Delta V to change our orbit a lot if we don't have to. Recover or transmit the science. So we don't have to bring it back, but we will have to return to Kerbin from a flyby of the moon with our main vessel. There we go. Maneuver node removed. We are now in orbit of the moon. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put another maneuver node out here. Actually, you know what? Oh, shoot. I'm scared right now. I'm going to save it. I'm going to do a quick save. I'm scared. I'm real scared because I don't want this thing to lose connection. But I'm thinking... What am I thinking? I don't know. Let's get this science before we do anything too hasty. I'll keep that. Observe a mystery goo. Keep that. Okay. And we'll log pressure data. We're going to send that. And then log temperature. We'll send that. Okay. So I got both of those. Awesome. Got our first milestones. Gathered the first scientific data from the moon and entered orbit of the moon. Good. Both of those. Yet there's enough data on the moon here to keep us all employed for a good long while. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we have to return from a flyby of the moon to get that one. We still have to get low in space science for this other one. So I want to come out here and I want to decrease our orbit to, I guess, under 50? Maybe? That's only 10 delta V. Let's get down to about, let's get really low, you know? How about 20? Surely that's low. Okay. Let's do the maneuver node, execute. Okay, here we go. And fly about. Still have a connection, so that's good. This is working out much better when you turn on your antennas. Whew, that's going to be critical, isn't it? Remembering that every time. No, I mean, not only just turning them on, but like pointing them at the correct sources. I wonder if I can... You can't tell this to gather science, can you? That'd be interesting if you could. There's my burn. Okay. So here I am. The next pass will be low over the moon here. Okay. And let's see. I just want to see if I can get... I'll be at my periapsis in 3 hours, 43 minutes. Let's just swing around here. Whoop. That didn't work out, did it? Nope, because now I have already passed the thing again. Let's warp to the periapsis this time, buddy. There you go. There we go. Alright. We're in the shade. Shade of the moon. Okay, so now we can get science in space low. Yep, so that's what we needed to do. Let's log the temperature. Send that. Yeah, wow, low in space. Heck yeah. Now I should be able to detach this guy, I think, and leave him in orbit of the moon, right? Should I go ahead and do a retrograde burn? I gotta turn this off here. Turn it off. Boop. Okay, that way I can control it. That's what would happen that one time. Okay, so let's turn you on here. Let's bring in our orbit a little bit. Just something more circular. A little more circular. Didn't have to be totally circular, but I want it to be a little less eccentric. Don't want to use up all my fuel either, though. So how about 500? Alright, there we go. That sounds good. And then I might be able to come out here. I lost connection just for a little bit. If I go prograde here, get this up a little bit. To about 500. I think I'll still have enough. Oh, I should have plenty of fuel to do everything that I want to do. Okay, here we go. Nice circular orbit. I'm going to go ahead and detach this guy. He is communicating with nothing, and he is communicating with Kerbin. He will communicate with the active vessel. There we go. And let's detach. Did I rename this yet? I don't think I did. This is the Lunar Com Relay MK1 Alpha. Alright. Beep. And ejection. Alright. Cool. Still got the right name? Yep, you're good. Still got a connection? Yep, you're good. And you still have a connection as well. Awesome. Alright. Fantastic. So now we have to go back to Kerbin. So let's set it as our... No, not that. I want Kerbin itself to be my target. No, not the moon. I don't need to set it as my... What am I doing? I just need to add a maneuver control locked. Why? Why is control locked? I've got a connection. Why is control locked? Come on. What's happening? Got a connection. Why can't I got electricity? Why can I not control this thing? I completed the first mission to the moon. That's good. So now, why can't I control this thing to bring it back home? Is my question. And you're not answering me. Maybe if I can set it up to burn for... What? Okay. So it is a matter of... It is a matter of... This flight computer is taking control, apparently. I can't manually control this thing. But I don't know how to turn that off. How do I turn this off? Not custom. Not off, apparently. I don't understand why I can't set maneuver nodes. I don't understand. I still have control through the flight computer, but not through manual control. And I can't set up a maneuver node. God, this is the worst mod ever invented. Why can't I take control of the freaking vessel? This is not fun for me. Not even a little bit. Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can get home. So, if I remember correctly, if I set the maneuver node up in this sphere here, I should be able to burn prograde and escape back into Kerbin's orbit. I don't know. Well, let's just see. Let's go prograde. I don't even know what. I'm just guessing. I'm so aggravated right now, I can't even hardly think straight. Alright, let's burn prograde. I don't know. Let's do 15%. Let's burn for 25 seconds. Go. Burn. Alright, let's burn for another 15 seconds. How about that? Just want to escape. There we go. There we go. Alright, so now... God, this sucks. Alright, so can I set up a maneuver node yet? Jesus Christ. Okay. So let's get back into Kerbin's sphere of influence. And I'm going to try to burn so that we can get into it. I've lost connection. Alright, well, at least we're in orbit of Kerbin. Let's see if we can get a connection again at some point. This has that small antenna, so it makes it a little more difficult. But I might be able to set up a maneuver node once we get back into range here. Like set a maneuver node up here, I hope. Why do I not have a connection now? Jesus Christ. Give me an effing connection. We've got all these antennas pointing. Maybe they're just too far from me. Oh, I had a connection. Darn it. Missed it. Oh, RemoteTech, I hate you. There we go. There we go. Oh, you son of a... Alright. Alright, here we go. Can I add a maneuver node? No. Why not? Because you suck. Okay. Well, can I go retrograde? From here. 100% throttle. Burn. For 25 seconds. No, stop. Okay, well, that's not exactly what I wanted. I wanted to go... Okay. I need... If I do radial, and I burn for 20 seconds. Is that going to bring this closer? Yes. I'm going to burn, see if I can get this thing into freaking aero capture here. Alright, so he's down to 477. Okay, let's see if I can just burn it just a little bit. Need to get down to 32,000. I don't know if I'll have enough Delta V. Alright, I'm going to do 38,000 because I don't want this thing to blow up. Alright, so... Yeah. I still don't understand why I don't have a connection and why I can't set maneuver nodes when I do have a connection. That's still a thing. So Unfortunately, I'm still not happy. I still don't want to play. I don't want to play. Alright, so let's just hold retrograde and hope that this thing can survive reentry. Jeez. Alright, here we go. I'm going to do a quick save. Alright, here we go. I have hit the atmosphere. We're flying high. I'm going to take a mystery goo, flying high. Hopefully I can recover it. Yep, losing all my solar panels. As expected. I can't. Can I stage? Let's do 1 minute 25 seconds. I want to deploy the chutes. No. 1 minute 25 seconds. Oh shoot. I did not survive that. And so, we are back here. We got some missions. I don't know. I'm so distraught right now with everything. I don't even want to think about it. Look at it. Hit the like button if you want to. Hit the dislike. I don't care. I'll never play Kerbal again. Bye. Ships are a burning thing. They make a fiery ring. Pulled by gravity, we fell into the sea. Jim fell into a burning ball of fire. He went down, 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 and the flame went higher. And he burns, burns, burns. Kerbals of fire, kerbals of fire. Orbits of Kerbin are sweet when ships like ours meet. We made a rendezvous. Now we'll rescue you. Jim fell into a burning ball of fire. He went down, 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 and the flame went higher. He burns, burns, burns. Kerbals of fire.